You are now watching the ODTV.
I love logic in things. When something just goes together. Like I was telling D this morning, Eddie Hearn ready to offer Deontay Wilder 50-50. I said, D, he gonna say no. I promise you this.
Man.
No, he's not.
Wilder
not. Listen, Wilder not fighting that man. He don't want to fight that man. He just don't want to fight him. It's as simple as that. It's not no harder than that. Because I posed the question to D. I should have made a video about it. Who says that 50% of a Joshua Wilder fight in America or the UK is more than $40 million?
What, the bar?
No, for Wilder.
What you talking about?
For Wilder. Do the math. Just do the quick, easy, simple math. Joshua made how much in New York fighting Ruiz when he lost? Ruiz was guaranteed less than $10 million. Let's just use a round number like 10. 10 or less million dollars. Joshua was guaranteed $35 million, I believe. That's $45 million. Paid to the two fighters. Who says that 50% of you versus AJ, because y'all not fighting in Saudi Arabia, so if he fought in the UK and he made whatever it was, $32 million, and his opponent made $20 million, that's still only $52 million. Deontay Wilder, I just want you to hear this. Deontay Wilder, I just want you to hear this. No, you don't understand, because the math, you ain't putting the math together. You was offered 40 and another guaranteed 40. That's $80 million. If you and Joshua's fight doesn't gross $80 million, you can't see $40 million because you'll get 50% of what you gross. That's the point I'm making. There's no guarantee that 50-50 is more than $40 million. I don't know how this is going to play out for Wilder because I'm just going off of what Joshua sold with other people. I'm just going off of that number. That's all I'm going off of. Yeah, he got all that money in Saudi Arabia. We all understand that. But when he fought Ruiz in New York, in America, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua were going to fight one time in America, one time in the UK. So that American fight against...
Well, I wonder who will win that belt. In America and in the damn UK. Stop playing with bull, man.
That's how it got to go, because they both got a belt. It's a two-way rematch clause. Both fighters get a rematch, no matter who lose.
I don't want to see Wilder in London. That might be.
It don't matter. It just has to happen like that. It'll be in the contract. It'll be a two-fight deal. Neither one of them is signing a one-fight deal. That's why Tyson Fury. That's what I'm saying about Deontay Wilder. He telling himself all the time. Why you got rematch clause, Deontay Wilder?
Oh no, though.
Fury. They about to fight twice. I told you.
Oh yeah.
I told you. Who's the champion? Who's the champion? Who put on the last fight? That was Deontay Wilder's doing. Because now he know, fuck what these people online talking about, he going to be in better shape than he was the first time I fought him. The first time I fought him, we drawed. He had been off for 3 years, came back and fought 2 cruiserweight fighters. Now I'm about to fight him in way better shape. Joshua and his pussy ass done offered to fucking spar Fury. That can't do nothing but help if you got one of the best in your sparring camp. That's some bullshit.
You got to come together like rope trying.
Nah, that's just Joshua. That's just Joshua trying to play nice in case Fury wins. Deontay Wilder refused to sit in the room with Joshua. He refused to answer the phone for Joshua. The people who are close to the situation, who listen to everybody speak and listen to them come out their mouth, we know that. That's why he had to sit down with John Skipper, because he refused to sit down with Eddie Hearn. Like they did something to him personally.
He only made because Wilder signed with Ruiz. Like
he was already signed with Ruiz. No, what do you mean? No,
I said the way he co-signed, he said he wanted him to win.
They don't care about that. Anthony Joshua don't care about that. You're supposed to. He your stablemate. That's why I'm fucking with Tyson Fury. He my country mate. Why would he be mad about that? He's mad. He said this years ago. The problem with Deontay Wilder is I can't get him in the ring. And that's held true for 3 years now. He said this before Fury came back. He said, I can't get him in the ring. I offered him 15. Then he said, there's no rematch clause. Remember Deontay Wilder said, I'll sign whatever they want me to sign because I'm going to knock him out anyway. What happened to that? It's all been no from Wilder. You never sent that man a contract, but you went on the line talking about some $50 million. So you mad at him, Deontay, for not taking your 50, and you gave him 24 hours to respond, and you didn't send a contract. You just wanted him to publicly say, yes, Deontay, I accept. Because that could be a legally binding agreement. So if the money was coming from Frank Warren, what was y'all really trying to do? Get Anthony Joshua fight rights for $50 million and put it on Frank Warren's network. You can't do that. He cannot fight on that network because he's signed to Eddie Hearn in Matchroom. So when
you know Joshua pussy like a blocked cop.
I can't tell. Why Wilder the one turning down all the money? Why Wilder turning down all the money?
You can just come to Vegas, Philadelphia, nigga.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna fight.
Go on the shore,
Paco,
nigga.
he already gave him that. Paco, he already gave him that.
Yeah, box on the seas.
Paco, he already gave him that. He already said we can fight in America first. He gave every concession to Deontay Wilder. He offered him Floyd Mayweather money, even though he had to fight more fights than Floyd would have to fight to get it. But he still offered him $100 million. Like I said, man, the PBC is at war with DAZN. DAZN is better for everybody. The fighters are
making. I wish he was from London, so Brock can think different, man. That's all.
But it wouldn't matter where you from. Mikey Garcia just went over there. Eddie Hearn is giving the money out. He's paying everybody more than they ever made. And guess who else would have made way more than they ever made? Deontay, Tank Davis, nah. You just talking. No, they would have made more than they've ever made. Paco, no. Paco. Paco is a rapper. Paco is a whatever. If I take, Paco's making $1 million a CD. And I say, if you come over here to Death Row or the Black Row or the Africa Row, whatever we call it, you're going to make $5 million a CD. That's just good business. That's what Eddie Hearn has done. Why is Canelo there? He's the biggest draw in boxing outside of Floyd. Why would he go over there if they weren't paying him more than he was already getting paid? What? Just think about it. If DAZN checks ain't better than Matchroom checks, why would Anthony Joshua sign a co-promotion between Matchroom and DAZN? Because DAZN is what got him $85 million in Saudi Arabia, not Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Because they never set nothing up like that before DAZN started. Why is Tevin Farmer over there? Why did Mikey Garcia just jump ship? Why is GGG over there? Why is Danny Jacobs over there? Because Eddie's paying the fighters more. This is why I said it's better for everybody. You're paying the fighters more, but what is Eddie doing to make money back so he don't get burnt on his investment? He putting good fighters in there with good fighters. He putting champions in there with champions. He's not letting people just have walks in the park. He's making people step up because I'm paying you this type of money. And they having to step up at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 fights instead of 25, 30 fights. That's why PBC and them can't stand that. And here's why it's better for the fans. It's cheaper. So it's better for the boxer because the boxers is getting more. It's better for the fans because it's cheaper. And it's better for boxing because they putting on better fights than these people who is having a somebody or a potential somebody fight a nobody to build that potential somebody up to hopefully one day people start subscribing to him like they did Floyd. That's always the hope with all of their fighters. All the people who are undefeated and have a chance. You're either going to be food for another undefeated dude who's in a better position than you. This is why Sean Porter gets fed to Keith Thurman. He gets fed to Errol Spence. Because he already had a loss before them. Danny Garcia, you had nowhere to go. These people came up. Keith Thurman is either unify or fight somebody almost as good as Keith Thurman, if not as good as Keith Thurman, for nothing but a defense of your belt. Danny Garcia made the smart choice. I'm going to get the money. The belts will stay at PBC. That keep Al Heyman happy by fighting Keith Thurman. I'm going to make more money by fighting Keith Thurman than I would by fighting X, Y, or Z. And it's not a title defense. If I win, I got 2 straps. He had no choice. Sean Porter, you already lost 2 times. They got limited confidence in you. So now Sean Porter going to get fed to everybody. That's why they fed him to Errol Spence. Keith Thurman didn't get fed to Errol Spence. Danny Garcia, now he's supposed to fight him. Why? Because you don't want him fighting. Pacquiao don't want nothing to do with him right now. And because him fighting Terrence Crawford is the furthest thing from your mind. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. DAZN is going to win. That's why I made them videos all back when I made them boxing videos. DAZN is going to win because they're doing better business for everybody. You can't win like that trying to stick to your guns and hope that your people stay loyal. If these niggas are selling 8 balls for $100 over there, you got to lose that $25 or get ran the fuck over, especially if the work is as good. You have to. You have no choice.
It don't sound good. It definitely sounds good.
That's just what it is. That GGG would not, he sells. He wouldn't just go over there for no reason. But see what happened to him? They fed his ass to Canelo. You ain't going to make this type of money and just sit here and fight nobodies. We'll give you a little tune-up. Here, fight Steve Rolls. After Steve Rolls, you'll be fighting Canelo again. They're not playing. They're not playing. Danny Jacobs this weekend is fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
It's a different sport right now.
But DAZN is just doing it the best.
3 times in a row.
That's why I'm just telling you. And Wilder don't want to be a part of it because he know there ain't no protection for him over there. He going to get fed to Joshua. That's why he didn't sign it. What should I take this $9 million for Dominic Brazil, or should I take this $20 million from DAZN? That's more than twice as much. What should I do? Well, the reason you're not going to take the $20 million is because the contract's connected to Joshua, or Dillian White. So you had to go from Brazil to White, Joshua, or Brazil, Joshua. And right now in your career, that is not where you want what you want to do. Period. That's why you didn't take $100 million for your family. Exactly. There's no more to it than that. It's not harder than that. Because Joshua's worth more at Undisputed than he is at Unified. If I'm worth this much at Unified, look how much I'd be worth at Undisputed. It's worth giving Deontay Wilder $40 million. Now they feel as though it's worth giving him 50-50. And he might fall flat on his face because 50% might not be $40 million.
Oh, no.
These niggas is crazy. These niggas is crazy. And Earl Spence. It could be more. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It could be more. That's a possibility. Ain't no question. He could make 60. It could be a $120 million fight. I don't know. He could make 60. That's facts. Shit, he could make 75, be a $150 million fight. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, how much money is he going to make?
Yeah.
Because then you talk about American pay-per-view. And that's where
boxing Saudi Arabia again.
And that's where it's going to get ugly. That's where it's going to get ugly. Because they ain't going to want it on DAZN. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. It is.
Pay-per-view might be dead, though.
It is.
Worry about that.
It is. It is because now apps are cheaper. Just like Showtime. Showtime is about to bow out of boxing like I said they was. I said these companies will fall in the chronology in which they were built. HBO was first. HBO Fight Night was getting money since the 80s. Big money. Yeah, big money. Yeah. And then Showtime popped up. Look at how much money HBO getting off boxing. We can sign some boxers over here to some fights. We can get in on this pay-per-view game too. And they did. ESPN. They were smart. They were smart as fuck. They used pay-per-view for all the years pay-per-view was valuable, and now that they got this app shit, they got the ESPN Plus app. They can charge for that. One night fight, and they prices came down. They ain't as low as DAZN is. DAZN $20 a month. Pay $100 and get it for the whole year.
How much for the year?
$100.
Ain't bad.
Right. It was $10 a month, but they start doing little numbers, and they got to charge more. Bull gave him $1 billion, and then recently he gave him $500 million. Now ESPN, they secured themselves because they can put whatever price they want on a fight. If it got to be $25, because that's what DAZN is charging for they good fights. If you only buying that fight, and you'll still have it for the month, but they're gonna charge you $25 for that Ruiz Joshua too. But you'll have it for the whole month. The same ESPN got their price for their monthly, and then they got their price for their pay-per-views. PBC just signed a motherfucking deal with somebody, with Fox. Fox is happy to have that deal because they didn't have a deal like that with PBC before. But Fox can't see the headlights. Fox can't, they still get their free boxing, but now Fox is going to be putting on PBC pay-per-views. Why did PBC do that? Because they used to have a choice between Fox and Showtime. Whoever paid more, they would go with for any particular fight. Showtime about to bow out. That's why they declined Wilder Ruiz, because the numbers just aren't good enough. to support putting this type of money into this broadcast. And it's not just Wilder, it's boxing period. Except for a select handful of few people. Now Eddie Hearn is trying to find a way to capitalize off the struggles of American boxing. He brought in an app that's cheaper than everything. And now he's overpaying fighters to put on the best fights on those apps. Everybody's going to lose except for ESPN because they already have a backup plan. Where when...
Yeah, they ain't gonna...
No, they're not. Too much money behind it. They might buy out the boxing game one day, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
Because PBC is about to keep Fox alive for at least 5 years. The deal they signed was for 5 years. Why'd you sign that deal now, Al? I know why you signed that deal. Because Showtime is about to get out of it. They already put out something saying that the boxing division for Showtime is not looking good for the future. That's already, that's the headlight. That's the warning. HBO was correct. We're starting to lose money. That's what we're not going to do. Because boxing is not our only fucking avenue. Showtime is going to be fucked. I already see it. And DAZN is going to be the shit. Mikey Garcia and his people, what you think they told him? Mikey, that's a lot of money. And Mikey already made good money because he one of the star attractions at PBC. That's why he was in there with Robert Easter, with Adrian Broner, with Earl Spence. Because Mikey made money. Why they had a fight in Dallas, Texas?
How many losses you got?
One? Like 30-something and one. Former unified champion in 2 divisions.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Who he lose to?
Earl Spence.
Yeah.
But he went up 2 weight classes to fight him.
Yeah, so he still got the name.
That's why they moved Andy Ruiz to number 7 under the WBC. Because I can promise you, before Wilder talking about White or Joshua, he gonna fight Andy Ruiz after Tyson Fury.
Yeah, for sure.
I already see what he gonna do. And watch the press conference for that shit. The build-up is gonna be atrocious. I beat the man who beat the man. Because he's so stupid. He's so stupid. He ain't even gonna realize how much credit he giving to Anthony Joshua. He's so dumb. It's going to. He's going to say that. He's going to say, "I beat the man who beat the man." Watch. Why was Ruiz? But he gonna completely ignore the fact that Joshua won the second fight and got all his belts back, just like before. It ain't even about the belts. He said that. Then it was one face, one name, one champion, Deontay Wilder.
I know the long game method too. I just think he's playing the super long game.
Yeah, but it ain't no point in playing no more. Joshua almost fucked the bag up.
He fucked the bag up, the first time. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And if he don't win the second fight, that Wilder-Joshua bag is not as big. If it's not for Undisputed, there's not as much money. Wilder is a fool. He chases waterfalls. He believes because Andy Ruiz was so close to unifying with him, that fighting Andy Ruiz would be a huge payday. He's wrong.
He already won the fight. I knew he was going to fight him regardless.
But he could have did that after they unified. He could have did that after they unified. He won't get the people what they want. Patience. Remember, they asked him in the ring, with all due respect, Deontay, we want to see, what if the fans want to see you fight Anthony Joshua? He said, patience, man. Good things come to those with patience. And I'm just sitting here like, you sorry ass nigga. You calling your bullshit. And everybody in the arena who is there, even though you gave out free tickets to let these people and their family see an event that they may never see again in their life, and they booing you. Why? Why? Because you talk too much. If you just shut the fuck up like Andy Ruiz did and be a nice guy the whole time, it wouldn't come down on you like this. But you talk too much not to take the risk that other fighters are taking. If nobody took those risks, that's fine. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's pants is hanging off their ass. You can do it then. But you can't be the only nigga sagging to your knees. Motherfuckers gonna look at you nowadays, like, dude, get yourself a belt. Tighten up. That's how they gonna look at you.
Yeah, that's how they acting.
And that's the problem. He listening to them. They gonna make him a star. They ain't even making you no money. You spitting in Eddie Hearn face. Why? Because he from the UK? Why? Because he white? That UK white man offered you twice as much money as they did. The niggas you've been fucking with for years. You need to reevaluate your relationships, bruh. You need to reevaluate your fucking
That he
friendship.
do. That he do.